Good morning, my name is Umberto Mucci. Today is Sunday, March 15, and this is We the ItaliaNews, the video broadcast of We the Italians from Italy in lockdown. Now, today is Sunday, but there will be no Sunday dinner with the whole extensive family because Italy is in lockdown and we are closing our houses and we cannot meet with other persons, not even our families. Let's give the numbers about what's happening in Italy. Until yesterday, there were 17,750 positive cases of infected people. 1,966 patients have recovered. 1,441 people died of coronavirus. Now, yesterday's number of healed is 3 times the number of the people who died yesterday, so that's a good thing. And another good thing is that the number of those who died yesterday is 30% lower than the day before. A Piedmontese company, a company from Piedmont, has invented washable masks which can be reused up to 10 times before they lose their level of protection. This would be amazing. This is amazing. They are working very hard to produce as many as they can. They already have 1 million requests for these pieces. It's a made in Italy stuff. Very good. Now, there are already 40 patients that are outside Lombardy, people from Lombardy, but they are outside Lombardy, in intensive care unit outside Lombardy because Lombardy is full. There is no more intensive care unit places in Lombardy. So these 40 people are in other regions of Italy, and all Italian regions are working very hard to increase their intensive care places, which will increase by 20% by the end of April. Now, yesterday at midday, many Italians went out on their balconies and dedicated a long and moving applause to doctors and paramedics who are saving lives in the whole country, working very hard. These are gestures that probably help more those who make the gesture and less those who receive the gesture. But it's important. They have a deep meaning because they tell that there's an Italy which resists and always is grateful. The psychological aspect of isolation at home will be a huge problem in a few days when tiredness and fear will be at a very high level. Now, I've been asked to give an update about the southern Italy because the vast majority of Italian Americans, of course, have their roots in the southern part of Italy. Now, let's give some numbers. At the moment, Campania has 243 infected, 23 healed, and 6 dead. Puglia, 156 infected, 2 healed, and 8 dead. Sicily has 150 infected, 4 healed and 2 dead. Calabria has 59 infected, 1 healed and no dead. Basilicata has just 10 people infected, no healed and no dead. In the last few days, we have witnessed a huge number of people who were traveling from north to south, jumping on trains, and as a matter of fact, this movement of people was very problematic. Sicily had 20,000 people who arrived there, and Puglia 30,000 people. What's the problem? The problem is that even if they have been registered, the authorities know who they are and where they are. It's not known whether they are infected or not, but probably some of them are because they come from the north. So these are people who live and work in the northern part of Italy, but have their roots in the southern part of Italy. And they're frightened by the numbers of sick people in the north, and also by the fact that the closure of the red zones in the north where happened before the whole country would be declared a red zone. So for a few days the north was a red zone, but the south wasn't, and so a lot of people just escaped from the north. They are students who come from family living in the south. They are workers, smart workers who can continue to do their job from wherever they are in the north or in the south. They are people who is not gaining enough money because, of course, the economy is going down, and so they thought to go south where they have their families and they can be with their families. But they didn't understand that some of them would bring the virus with them from north to south. Now Lombardy has 900 intensive care beds. Veneto, Emilia-Romagna and Lazio have about 600. But Sicily has just 300, Campania 350, and there are no data for the other regions in the south, but they are less than 300. So that is why it is so important to do whatever possible to keep the virus far as possible from the south, because it would be catastrophic if it would hit hard on the south. By the way, every region is working very hard to prepare for this problem, and we hope that it will be not hitting hard as it hits the northern part of Italy, because it will be a very, very big problem. Now, let me just finish remembering the legend about Saint Rosalia, which is the patron saint of Palermo and other 10 towns in Sicily. Now, the legend has it that in 1625, as a plague swept Palermo and killed dozens of people each day, Saint Rosalia saved Palermo from the complete extinction. This is why she is officially the saint patron of Palermo and also the officially protectress against the plague. And in 1625, every girl born in Palermo was baptized with the name of Rosalia. Now, believe it or not, there's a lot of people in Palermo who is asking Saint Rosalia once again to save people from the plague, and it does not hurt. So as long as they also follow the rules that the government issued about the fact that they have to stay home, let's pray Saint Rosalia also. Let's do whatever we can to stay safe. This is Italian News. Thank you very much for listening and watching. See you tomorrow. Ciao.